Well, here I am again. I can't quite explain to you how much this means to me. Um, I'm on my own now, of course, and occasionally some of you walk past my apartment and they give me a wave, which is wonderful. But apart from that, I have not actually laid hands on another human being for a few days now, and it seems strange. Because I am a hugger. Yeah, I understand that, and I do like shake hands, and I miss that. But at the same time, I'm growing into a very interesting experience by doing this little chat between the two of us, and that is, it's quite different from my past, where I knew that I had a varying size of audience around the world. And I was aware of that during every moment of doing what I did. It was a performance in front of an audience, and this is a chat between the two of us, and and I feel it should be really different and should feel different. And I want to let you know that in fact I think it is, and I hope it is for you too. I really do. So I wanted to talk today about something that had been occurring to me during this time. And I have lots of time because I have nobody else to talk to. And I really don't want to listen to a lot of media because they keep on finding, you know that symbol that they have, different people have different symbols for it, for the virus itself. It's a circular thing, and it's got little projections all over the outside of it. And it makes me think of the media is the circle thing, and they've all got to find a different way of approaching it, a different angle, and keep on coming up with different angles so that we keep on going to our source of media in order to try and find out what's going on now. And I think they know that, and it's very difficult for them. And I think we should know that too. Maybe if we went less often to the media and gave ourselves more to pondering, what does this really mean to me as a person and the way that I relate to other people who have been my neighbors, and I know they're my neighbors, but I haven't knocked on their door and said, "How are you doing?" And now perhaps I will. Just things like that. So anyway, I've been pondering the idea of life being like a mountain. Life is a mountain. And when one is young, one has a way of having a long switchback kind of pathway which goes all the way up that mountain. The grade is about the same, but as it keeps going up, it becomes less distance as you reach towards the pinnacle. So I got thinking about mountains that I have climbed in the past. Mount Rainier is one of them, going up about as far as the road would go, and not having much of a barrier on one side, and being really apprehensive about falling off the edge, quite frankly, in the days that I did it some years ago now. And I thought of that climb, and I thought that it's now and again you have the words viewpoint, and you can pull off at that stage from the roadway, and there is a barrier then that you can lean up against to get out of your car and look at the view. There are some absolutely stunning views along roadways. I'm sure this is worldwide that this happens when there's such a beautiful view, and the road people decided we've really got to have a turn off here so that people can see this. And I'm so grateful that that happened. And then, of course, you're back onto the road again. Now, where there are barriers, that's comforting, and I can think about it. So I got thinking about this the other day about the media, and whether the media are in fact providing a degree of comfort. In other words, I'm not going to drive off the edge if I watch what the media is saying. But at the same time, I can't see the view, because everything that they're telling me is their point of view, their way of looking at the virus. And so my viewpoint at what God has done in our world with these beautiful things that he has arranged for us and such creative wonder. And I can, when I'm there, take a look up at the peak that I'm going towards, which is the peak of my life, when my life ends. And I can look at that and think, it's one step beyond that peak is eternity. And this is an amazing kind. Look what you've done, and look what you have prepared. And you've gone ahead of all of this to prepare a place for me. I'm getting excited just by telling you this at the moment. It's such an encouragement to me. So what about the barrier that's been put in between my viewpoints and everybody else's point of view? So I've got this, and I made this up. They're headlines, they're mostly, and it's enough of a headline to get our attention. And they make sure that the thing that they're doing is they're prodding us with this point of view. And this comes into my life. And instead of looking at what God has done and what God has prepared for me, I'm really getting impacted by what they are saying from their point of view. Does that make a difference? I hope so, because I am spending less time with the media and much more time looking at what God has done. Not just by looking out of my window either, but now and again being actually happy about some of the things he's doing in my life. And he's doing them because he loves me. And he loves you equally. He's not partial in terms of his love. It's something that is his very nature, for which I'm grateful. I'd like to get back on this roadway with just an additional thing, but I think I've gone on far too long as it is. So until tomorrow, God bless you.